I'm fascinated with that movement data. I think that's really something I've never heard of, and really interesting. And also just about the ESG data, the climate stuff. So that suggests, so people often talk about weather data and how important that is, but you're actually talking about data related to climate change and what impact that might have on business and other activities and things like that, correct?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Both to understand the physical risk of climate change, but also to understand transition risk as countries around the world introduce new rules and regulations, and what the impact would be on particular companies and portfolios.
Yeah.
So very much a big focus area for us, both to understand risk and manage risk, but also to understand opportunities. We just introduced a new product which helps companies gauge the positive impact of their efforts and activities.
I think there will be surprising changes out of climate change, and some will be negative, and some will be positive. I think that's pretty clear now. So that sounds like a great product too. So I wanted to talk about data sharing. Now, traditionally, S&P Global has transferred data sets to clients via web-based products. You got ExpressFeed, you got APIs, which is application programming interfaces. But now you're also partnering with Snowflake, and I understand you plan on sharing data with clients via Snowflake's data marketplace, which is part of Snowflake's cloud data platform. What are you looking at? What are you planning? What's the attraction of that data exchange?
Our clients have different needs, and it was very important for us to find a cloud agnostic, secure solution to further enhance and enable our distribution. For our clients, S&P working with Snowflake allows them to access our data via their cloud provider of choice. And it removes an important hurdle for them relating to the need for expensive development resources on their end to load and manage data.
Right.
It also enables them to gain access to compute power and run large, complex queries against our data without any resource contention. And that's increasingly important as data continues to get bigger and bigger. Clients can benefit from the architecture of Snowflake, which serves to separate compute from storage. And as a result, we found allows for better query performance. And for our S&P Global Marketplace, it allows us to be able to offer a cloud-hosted option for our clients to complement our existing and robust existing delivery channels. And frankly, it opens up new opportunities for us around the world to effectively help solve our client problems. Mm-hmm. And maybe a last point, we also like that there are many pre-existing and fit-for-purpose visualization and analytical tools which are already connected via Snowflake. So these capabilities can really be brought to bear to further enhance our client experience with our data and help them as they look to make investment and business decisions.
Are you talking about like Tableau and Looker and things like that, or?
Sure.
Yeah.
Both of those and many others as well.
Mm-hmm. And do you see AI becoming a pretty important part of what you're doing?
I think AI, both and how we apply it internally with the benefit of having the Kensho franchise lead the way, and also how our clients are looking to leverage AI, machine learning, natural language processing in their own processes has really opened up a big opportunity for us. And that's one of the reasons that we're investing so heavily in making textual data available to our clients in machine-readable fashion. It really is designed to allow our clients to get much more out of those investments they've made on AI and machine learning and the like.
I really want to explore a little bit more something you were talking about a minute ago with S&P Global Marketplace, and you talked about you're going to have a version of that runs in the cloud and runs on Snowflake. What are the differences between, both of these things are brand new, but can you give a sense of what the differences are between the two platforms and why a customer would want to be on one rather than the other?
Well, I don't think it's a question of one versus the other. I think it both brings something unique to the table. And by having both the opportunity to work with Marketplace as a platform to discover and evaluate various data, you also now with Snowflake have the ability to, via cloud distribution, bring it into your environment and to benefit from the use of Snowflake's compute
Hmm.
on top of the data. So I think it's really bringing together two different and complementary solutions to drive additional value and benefit for our clients.
Yeah, yeah. Help me understand though. What does the Snowflake technology enable you or your customers to do that they can't do or can't do as well in another environment?
Well, we're big fans of Snowflake and the ability for our clients to be able to benefit from the natively cloud architected solution that they're able to offer.
Right.
The ability to get access to compute power, really good compute power, can further enable our clients to get value out of the underlying data that we're able to offer. So we're big fans of that from Snowflake. We like also the fact that it's cloud agnostic. So many of our clients, some of them are on AWS, others are on Google, others are using Azure or IBM or the like. And that's fine. When we design a solution the way we have, we like to be agnostic, to be able to deliver our data the way that each individual client wants to receive it and benefit from it.
Mhm, mhm. So you're going to launch with Snowflake, and are you launching with the entire portfolio of data offerings, or are you launching with a limited and expanding later? What are the plans there?
Well, we're launching with a lot. We're prioritizing our data based on client demand. So we're initially launching with all of our premium content sets, our fundamental databases, our estimates, ownership transactions, cross-reference services, along with our Panjiva supply chain. And we plan to continue to add what I would expect to be our full roster of both traditional and alternative data. And I'd imagine that our full catalog will be exposed on Snowflake over time.
Mhm. Now, we're speaking in the midst of the COVID-19 crisis, and I understand that S&P Global has done some kind of interesting and meaningful things that are kind of altruistic. And I wondered if you could kind of delve into some of those efforts that you've been involved in.
Well, we're all being tested every day, and we're constantly looking for ways to support each other and our clients, along with the communities we serve. And it's never been more important than during this COVID crisis.
Yeah.
And there are a few ways that we've tried to drive some value during the pandemic. First, we're providing critical data that can help inform healthcare and governmental officials. For example, we have a very unique product I referenced earlier called Panjiva, which focuses on supply chain and covers roughly 40% of global trade and something like over 1 billion shipping records.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what's on those cargo ships, we know what's in those containers, the value of goods being traded, the source and the destination. So very powerful. So we've used that solution and we've been able to make information now available to hospitals and governments to track and identify the shipment of PPE,
Right.
ventilators, N95 masks, which has been enormously useful, especially during the very early stages of the pandemic. Second, I'd say we've focused our research teams, including those from Research 451, which we acquired last December, to develop COVID-related analysis to help inform and assess the impact on the economy, companies, supply chains, and markets. And we've made these reports and those from our quantamental research team available for free on our website and distribution. And probably third, I'd say that S&P Global, through our foundation, has been very generous with monetary contributions to local communities in need. I'm very proud to be part of this team.
Just on a very practical basis, that analysis that you've made available on the website, is it just right there on the on the top line, or is there a key word or two that people should know to look for it with?
It's right up front. We have our website very neatly organized, and you'd look under research and should find it. Additionally, it's also available on our marketplace solution.
Oh, okay.
The URL for that is marketplace.spglobal.com.
That's very helpful. Things have settled down a little bit, but it's amazing how little we still know about the behavior and the nature of this virus and this disease. So, the idea that we need even more data, we need even more connections, we need even more analysis. I mean, hopefully the worst of the crisis is over, but I think that there's going to be a lot of need for analysis going forward, and also to help make society and the economy more resilient in the future. I think that is an area that not too many people are sort of thinking about, but I bet your people have. You've seen such tremendous changes in your industry over the last 25 years. I want to ask you to be a bit of a visionary now. Looking out ahead 5 years or more, if it's not too murky, how do you see data and data analytics affecting financial services?
That's a great question. There's a great quote that I very much like. It goes something like this: a machine will always beat a person, but a person with a machine will always beat a machine. And I think that is really the essence of where we are heading. The ability to help our clients unlock the benefit of technology combined with our own data and analytics to help make better decisions quicker and with conviction. Also, Steve, the ability to continue to help eliminate the noise. With so much data being spun up in different areas each day in normal times, and now even more so during this COVID pandemic, it's really important and vital to be able to distinguish what is meaningful early on in the process and not to waste time, resources, and money.
Right.
And I think S&P Global is uniquely positioned to help our clients benefit from this trend. And our partnership with Snowflake will certainly help get us there.
That's great, Warren. I want to thank you so much for your time today. I really think your stories, your insights have been fascinating. Thinking about movement data, I hadn't really thought about that. And also, I knew that there was a lot of assessment of climate change risk and opportunities coming up, but to know that you have a product built around that I think is really important and really fascinating as well. So this has opened my eyes in some ways. I want to thank you so much for your time.
And thank you, Steve. I appreciate it very much.
That does it for this episode of Rise of the Data Cloud. Thank you for listening. This episode is brought to you by Snowflake. To see how you can get secure and easy access to any data with near infinite scalability, visit snowflake.com.